Musso's career has been marked by progress from a very young age, even before he reached the level of maturity typically associated with goalkeepers. After taking his first steps at a local club in his hometown, San Nicolas, he joined Racing's youth academy at 18. 2 years later, he won the league as the third choice goalkeeper and made his official debut at 21. A season later, Udinese took a gamble on his potential, and it paid off. 3 years later, they quintupled their money as he moved to Atalanta for 20 million euros. He is now the backup for Jan Oblak at Atletico Madrid and increasingly looks a capable replacement. This season, with Oblak sidelined with a muscle strain, Musso became the first goalkeeper this century to keep a clean sheet in each of his first 4 appearances in La Liga, though he then shipped 7 goals in his next 3. He is an important figure within the squad and the dressing room, Diego Simeone says. He brings energy wherever it's needed and contributes much more than just his goalkeeping skills. Rulli is a goalkeeper who combines technique with great resilience. Although he has spent much of his time with the national team in the shadow of Emi Martínez, his professionalism has turned him into a silent pillar of Lionel Scaloni's era. He was part of the squads that won the Copa America in 2024, the Finalissima, and the World Cup in Qatar, where his role in supporting the group was fundamental. He emerged from Estudiantes de La Plata, where he broke clean sheet records and caught everyone's attention at a young age, and had stints at major European teams such as Manchester City, Real Sociedad, Villarreal, and Ajax before joining Marseille in 2024. Rulli is known for keeping a low profile and accepting supporting roles without losing his competitive edge. But at club level, he is now a first choice and says the move to France has reignited his passion for the game. "I feel comfortable and happy," he says. "I feel fulfilled in every way." Martínez is one of the most important and beloved players in the history of the Argentinian national team. He quickly won over the fans with his charisma and cunning on the pitch, in addition to his achievements as a 2-time Copa America champion, a World Cup winner, and a Finalissima champion. His penalty shootout heroics and outstanding saves, such as the famous stop against Randall Colomwani in the World Cup final against France, have turned him into a fan idol. His effusive celebrations have gone viral worldwide and are often imitated by supporters, nicknamed Dibu since childhood because of his resemblance to the main character from the Argentinian animated series Mi Familia es un Dibujo. My Family is a Drawing. He began his career at Independiente, but signed his first professional contract with Arsenal in the Premier League. His path was not easy, as he went through several loan spells before finally earning a move to his current club, Aston Villa, becoming the most expensive Argentinian goalkeeper in history in the process, and a starting spot in the national team. He is a player who openly expresses his emotions and brings attention to mental health, often highlighting the importance of working with a psychologist throughout his career. He is one of the few remaining players Lionel Scaloni inherited from the 2018 World Cup squad. In time, Tagliafico, through consistency and a high level of performance, has become a key figure. Having come through the ranks at Banfield, the left back is known for his total dedication, commitment, and tireless work rate. On social media, as well as on his own streaming channels, he often shows his family side alongside his partner, influencer Caro Calvagni, and their 2 French bulldogs, Galo and Pipu. He also reveals a more intellectual side, showing interest in a wide range of topics beyond football. His favorite hobby is drawing, of which he says that concentrating on just one thing helps to clear the mind. After successful spells at Independiente and Ajax, he now plays for Lyon. While he is not particularly tall, he makes up for it with excellent timing and solid marking. The man who united a nation in tears of pure joy by converting the penalty that decided the 2022 World Cup final, and with a single kick became immortal. "It was a unique, dreamlike moment," he said. "So many things flashed before my eyes, sacrifices my family and I had made to get me to this position. When I scored, I burst into tears. It was a unique moment that defied explanation." A product of River Plate's youth academy, he returned to the club in early 2025 and is now one of its key figures. Although he began his career as a center back, Marcelo Gallardo moved him to right back due to his physical attributes, a decision that proved inspired. In addition to the 2022 World Cup, he also won both Copa America titles of the Scaloni era and the Finalissima. He has a son named Thiago, is fond of tattoos, and shows great personality on the pitch, and especially in shootouts. As a child, he had such unusually prominent cheeks that he was given the nickname El Cachete, the cheek, which has stuck with him ever since. Martínez is a highly valued defender for the national team. His aggressive style and strong character have earned him the nickname El Carnicero, the Butcher. Though he is not very tall, 1.75 meters, he is excellent in the air and complements this with great technique. He began his career at Newell's Old Boys, stood out at Defensa y Justicia, and made the leap to Europe when he was transferred to Ajax, age 21. He joined Manchester United 3 years later. He is a player deeply connected to his country, to the point that he has the Qatar World Cup tattooed on his body and often posts about current events in Argentina. He shows this passion in every interview, where he also tends to express his emotions openly. His main weakness is injuries. He has suffered some serious setbacks that have prevented him from consistently maintaining a starting spot in the national team. And after suffering a knee ligament injury last year, said there were times I didn't want to play anymore. I felt empty. Romero is one of the most respected figures in the current Argentinian national team. With an aggressive style of play and outstanding technical ability, he quickly earned the admiration of Argentinian fans and also of Tottenham, where he plays today and serves as the team captain. Nicknamed Cootie since infancy because at the time his sister Aldana couldn't say his actual name, he marries speed in anticipating plays with excellence in one-on-one duels, with the added bonus of bringing a goal threat from set pieces. He emerged from the youth divisions of Club Atlético Belgrano de Córdoba, but his career took off in Italy, where he played for Genoa and Atalanta, but not, despite being on their books for a couple of years, Juventus, before making the leap to the Premier League. He was one of Lionel Scaloni's key players in the conquest of the 2 Copa Americas, the Finalissima, and the World Cup in Qatar. Otamendi may have grown to become one of the heroes of the national team, but it has taken him time to reach that status, having been part of a generation that endured regular disappointment, alongside players such as Sergio Aguero, Javier Mascherano, and even Lionel Messi before the great redemption of 2022. After playing in the 2010 World Cup under Diego Maradona, he was peripheral for several years and was not picked in 2014, but this will be his 4th global tournament. A strong player with a huge personality, nicknamed El General because of his leadership and his saluting goal celebration. He is captain and leader at Benfica. He is very good in the air, quick to close down opponents, and physically strong. He carefully manages his diet. I eat chicken, rice, and salad practically every day, and only allow myself a little treat after matches. And never stops training even during his holidays. His tattoos are legendary. He got his first at the age of 14, and they include Walter White, the protagonist of Breaking Bad, and Messi holding the World Cup trophy. Medina never made his first-team debut for River Plate, yet he still holds the club close to his heart. In his own words, it lifted him out of the shanty town and helped shape him not only as a footballer, but as a person, providing the tools that define him today as a high-quality left-footed defender. "It will always be my home because it's where I was developed and raised," he once said. Born in Villafiorito, the same neighborhood as Diego Maradona, he began his career as a left back before transitioning to center back. He was soon transferred to Talleres, where he truly came into his own. He became a regular starter, earned a place in Argentina's youth teams, and secured his move to Europe with Racing Lens. Thanks to his profile and consistent performances, he quickly caught the attention of Lionel Scaloni, who handed him his senior debut at just 21 years old. Now he is set to play in his first World Cup alongside several of the heroes of Qatar. This season, he has shown an excellent level while playing for Marseille. Argentina's starting right back at the last World Cup, Molina continues to hold that position. Emerging from the youth ranks of Boca Juniors, where he arrived at a very young age from his native Córdoba, but never nailed down a place in the side, his career gathered momentum at Defensa y Justicia and Rosario Central before he made the inevitable leap to Europe. Hardworking but quite introverted, and always faithful to his close friends and family, Molina's career truly got liftoff at Udinese, opening the doors of the Albiceleste. Today, he is an Atletico Madrid player and became an elite fullback thanks to his speed and endurance. He stays away from controversies and is an infrequent user of social media. In January, he celebrated the birth of his daughter Allegra with Barbara Ocuzzi, his partner now for more than a decade. For Lionel Scaloni, he is a very important player in a difficult position ahead of the World Cup. Paredes is a symbol of the Lionel Scaloni era with the national team. He was part of the generational shift when the coach arrived and has remained a constant presence ever since. A natural leader in the locker room, competitive and strong-willed, Paredes combines elegance, physicality, and temperament on the pitch. He is known for his excellent vision and passing ability, as well as his strong ball recoveries. He came through the ranks at Boca Juniors, the club where he currently plays as captain, having returned there last year after 11 seasons in Europe that took him to teams including Roma, Paris Saint-Germain, and Juventus. He is very close to key players in the squad such as Lionel Messi, Angel Di Maria, and Rodrigo de Paul, and is considered one of the team's leaders. Beyond football, his other sporting passion is padel, which he plays frequently. "I play whenever I get the chance, but I'm not the one who's good at it," Paulo Dybala said once. "Leandro's the one who's great, no doubt about it." Lionel Messi's footballing bodyguard. When he played for Racing and during his early years in Europe, De Paul was an attacking midfielder who stood out primarily for his creativity. But under Scaloni's guidance with the national team, he has been transformed into a box-to-box player with great physical attributes. His nickname is Motorcito, Little Engine, key to the team's balance. As for his personality, he likes to visit his old neighborhood in Sarandí when he comes to Argentina. He's fun and outgoing. His humor is very important to the group. And he is a self-declared fashion fanatic. The varied looks he sports at each call-up often generate a lot of comments on social media. He's in a relationship with the famous Argentinian singer Tini Stoessel and currently plays for Inter Miami alongside his great friend Messi, after a 4-year stint at Atletico Madrid. Giovanni Lo Celso will finally have a chance at redemption after what happened in 2022, when he suffered a muscle injury shortly before the start of the World Cup and had to watch the team win the trophy without him. "Every kid dreams of being in the most beautiful tournament in the world. I tried everything I could, but there was no way," he wrote at the time. Despite this setback, he still traveled with the team. He had already been part of the squad that won the 2021 Copa America and the Finalissima, and he was also included in the squad for the 2024 Copa America. A product of Rosario Central, he is a creative midfielder known for his excellent left foot and a level of talent that has taken him to clubs such as PSG and Tottenham, as well as spells in Spain with Villarreal and Real Betis. Off the pitch, he is very family-oriented and maintains close friendships with Leandro Paredes and Angel Di Maria. One of the most technically gifted midfielders to emerge from River Plate's academy in recent years, Palacios was just 20 when he won the Copa Libertadores with his childhood club. Real Madrid came close to signing him, but injuries ultimately derailed the deal. Instead, he joined Bayer Leverkusen in early 2020, with his current contract extended last year, running to 2030. Pela's value to us has increased every season, the club's sporting director Simon Rolfes said. His vast international experience, as well as his outstanding strategic and individual qualities as a number 6, make him a key part of the team. Born in Famaillá in Tucumán province, Palacios was welcomed back after the 2022 World Cup win to be declared an illustrious citizen. He is a role model for all the young people in the interior of the country, and especially for those from Tucumán, said the Vice Governor Sergio Mancia. Just as football brought Gonzalez great joy with his 2 Copa America titles and the 2022 Finalissima, it also cruelly cost him his place at the Qatar World Cup due to a muscle injury he suffered a few weeks before the tournament began. "It's been my dream since I was a kid, and just when I was close to achieving it, everything fell apart, he said. This versatile, hard-working, and prolific left-footed midfielder still plays a crucial role in Lionel Scaloni's side. His emergence in 2019 was surprising, and he quickly became one of the coach's favorite players. He developed and debuted at Argentinos Juniors, made the leap to Europe with Stuttgart, and then played for Fiorentina and Juventus before arriving at Atletico Madrid. He is a close friend of Alexis Allister, as they are from the same age group and played together in the youth ranks at Argentinos Juniors. Born in El Fuerte, the poor neighborhood of Buenos Aires that also produced Carlos Tevez, Almada started playing on the dirt fields of Club Santa Clara, and today showcases his talent at Atletico Madrid, who paid €20 million to bring him from Botafogo in 2025. He first came to attention as a youngster in Vélez Sarsfield's youth academy, and was named on the Guardian's Next Generation shortlist in 2018. And more so after he moved to Atlanta United and became one of the brightest talents in the MLS. He was part of the Argentina squad in Qatar at just 21, though he played for only 6 minutes and has since become one of the most important players for the head coach Lionel Scaloni. Nicholas Otamendi calls him a leader. The Greek striker Georgios Giacomakis, a teammate at Atlanta, said, "Thiago's talent is amazing. His skill, his vision, it's incredible. He is known for his great technical ability and a style of play that is a clear demonstration of the Argentinian street football tradition." Paz was born in Tenerife because his father, the former Argentina defender Pablo Paz, who played in the 1998 World Cup, was based there at the time, but he never doubted which country he wanted to represent. Nico, one of the Albiceleste's most promising talents, is one of the gems secured by Scaloni's staff thanks to their extensive scouting work in Europe. They had been tracking him since his time in Real Madrid's youth academy, and his first call-up came with the under-20 team in 2022, when he was just 17. "I love both countries, but in the end, I decided to represent Argentina," he said. "I think it's the country that represents me the most, because of how football is lived there and because of my father. It's an honor to follow in his footsteps." He has just finished his second season at Como, but Real still own half of his playing rights and could seek to bring back a player Francesco Totti has described as original, creative, and mischievous, and said could return to Madrid and become one of the best in the world. Although he may go unnoticed off the pitch, on it he reliably catches the eye. A product of Argentinos Juniors youth system and with a stint at Boca Juniors, he debuted for the Albiceleste in September 2019 and won the 2022 Finalissima, the World Cup, and the 2024 Copa America, in addition to standing out for the under-20 and under-23 teams. A great passer of the ball, versatile enough to play in different positions across the midfield, and with an eye for goal, he made the leap to Europe when he joined Brighton in 2019, and since 2023 has been playing for Liverpool, who paid €60 million for him. He is the son of former left-back Carlos McAllister, and his brothers Kevin and Francis are both professional footballers. He likes to keep a diary and declares himself a tattoo fanatic. He is decorated with, among other things, the names of his closest relatives, the date of his debut in the First Division, Jesus, a roulette wheel with the shirt numbers he has worn in his career, and a drawing of himself as a child playing football. The speed with which Fernández integrated into the Argentinian national team is all the evidence you need of his immense talent. He debuted just 2 months before the start of the 2022 World Cup, made the squad at 21 years old and with only 3 friendly matches under his belt, and by the end of the group stage, he was in the first 11. Father of Olivia and Benjamin, he has played for Chelsea since late 2022, when the €121 million they spent to bring him from Benfica made him the most expensive Argentinian player in history. He won titles with River Plate, and during his loan spell at Defensa y Justicia, enjoys fashion he models for a clothing brand, and has tattoos on his back including a large lion, the World Cup trophy, and the phrase "God's timing is perfect." Less perfectly timed was his admission that quite fancies a move to Madrid, which saw him dropped for a couple of games earlier this season. He was named Enzo in honor of Enzo Francescoli, a River Plate legend. In 2024, he apologized to his Chelsea teammates in a private message after he was caught on video chanting racist and homophobic slurs about members of the France team. Born in the little village of Calcín, Córdoba, Alvarez worked tirelessly to become the star he is today. He had trials with Boca Juniors and Real Madrid aged just 11 and quickly made a name for himself at River Plate. At just 18, he was part of the squad that won the historic 2018 Copa Libertadores, and his footballing career exploded in 2021 when he scored 24 goals and provided 15 assists in 46 matches, lifting 3 titles. In doing so, El Araña, the Spider, caught the eye of Lionel Scaloni, and he played a crucial role in the 2022 World Cup before moving to Manchester City, where he played for 2 seasons before he was signed by Atletico Madrid. His great goal-scoring instinct, his intensity in pressing, and his ability to link up with midfielders make him one of the most complete strikers in the world. While he was in Manchester, his older brothers Rafael and Agustin played for Abbey Hay in the Northwest Counties League First Division South. Since his move to Madrid, they have signed for that city's newly created Argentinian diaspora side, Club Argentino de Futbol. Born in Rome because his father, Diego Simeone, was playing for Lazio at the time, Giuliano is nevertheless very Argentinian. He was brought up there and came up through River Plate's youth system until he was 16, when he moved to Atletico Madrid, the club that employs his father, and now benefits from his tireless work rate on the right wing. Inevitably, he has faced down accusations of nepotism, people who told him he was in the team only because I was Cholo's son. People told me that a lot when I was a kid. Eventually, it became normal to hear it. I don't know if I've shut more than one mouth. But I've always tried to focus on myself. I'm a Simeone, and I'm proud of my name, but I want to make a career under my own name, Giuliano. He has also made Lionel Scaloni focus on him, and he is part of the national team's process of generational renewal. He is demanding of himself. He says he watches every game again at home. And very close to his siblings, brothers Giovanni and Gianluca, both professional footballers, and sisters Francesca and Valentina. Football runs in the family. The second highest scorer of Lionel Scaloni's era, behind only Leo Messi, Martínez has become one of the most important strikers in the history of the Argentinian national team. He played a key role in their Copa America victories in 2021 and 2024, as well as the 2022 Finalissima, although an ankle injury prevented him from showing his best in the 2022 World Cup. Born in Bahia Blanca, his career is the envy of any footballer. He began playing at Club Liniers in that city and then passed to Racing, where he progressed through the youth ranks and made his first team debut. He has been playing for Inter for 8 years, where he is the captain, winning 2 Serie A titles and reaching a Champions League final, among other achievements. His many tattoos include the motivational phrases, "What doesn't kill me makes me stronger," and "Live the life you love the life you live." His wife, Agustina Gandolfo, has posted on Instagram videos of Lautaro engaging in activities including playing the piano, drawing, which he resorts to when he can't sleep, and doing the dusting. To become the best in the world, and for many, the greatest in history, Messi had to spend his teenage years away from home. Since Newell's Old Boys couldn't afford the growth hormone treatment he needed, he moved from Rosario to Barcelona with his father Jorge at the age of 13 for a trial. By the time he left to join Paris Saint-Germain 21 years later, he had won 7 Ballon d'Or and the hearts of the world. To his innate talent, he had to add a mental fortitude that proved crucial throughout his career, especially in never giving up after losing the finals with the national team, which he endured at the 2014 World Cup and the 2015 and 2016 Copa Americas. This resilience ultimately led him to guide his country to 2 continental titles and to the pinnacle of success in Qatar. He will turn 39 during the group stage, and is now spending the final years of his professional career at Inter Miami, where he is also part of the club's ownership group. There he is surrounded by friends football has given him, such as Luis Suarez, and is enjoying his last dance while helping build a new era for the club, including a stadium that will feature a stand named in his honor.